This is the continuation of Chapter 11, addressing working capital policies and management of short-term liabilities. Cost relevant to investment in current assets. Carrying costs are costs associated with having current assets, which include opportunity cost and explicit cost. Opportunity cost, costs associated with having capital tied up in current assets instead of more productive fixed assets, while explicit cost, costs that are necessary to maintain the value of the current assets. Shortage cost. This is the cost associated with not having current asset, which include opportunity cost and explicit transaction fees. Opportunity cost, sales due to not having enough inventory on hand, while explicit transaction fees, costs that are paid for particular type of current asset. The examples of explicit transaction fees are extra shipping cost and interest expense for money borrowed. Policies as to the size of investment in current assets. Relaxed current asset investment policy. Policy under which relatively large amounts of cash, marketable securities, and inventories are carried and under which sales are stipulated by granting liberal credit terms resulting in a high level of receivables. In this policy, marginal carrying cost of current asset will increase while marginal shortage cost will decrease. Second is restricted current asset investment policy. Policy under which holdings of cash, securities, inventories, and receivables are minimized. Marginal carrying cost of current assets will decrease while marginal shortage of cost will increase. Moderate current asset investment policy. A policy that is between the relaxed and restricted policies. This policy dictates that the firm will have just enough current assets so that the marginal carrying cost and marginal shortage cost are equal, thereby minimizing total cost. Effective working capital management requires a set of strategies to manage the level composition and financing of a firm's current asset. Decisions should be based on the simultaneous analysis of their joint impact on return and risk. Thus, consideration should be given on the broad categories of assets. These are long-term or permanent assets and fluctuating or seasonal assets. In long-term assets, it consists of property, plant, and equipment or PPE, long-term investment, and the portion of firm's current assets that remained unchanged over the year. While fluctuating or seasonal assets, current assets that vary over the year due to seasonal or cyclical needs. There have three financing policies, which are flexible, restricted, and compromise financing policy. Flexible financing policy. This involves the decision to finance the peaks of asset requirement with long-term debt and equity. It provides the firm with a large investment surplus in cash and marketable securities most of the time. Restricted financing policy. This involves a decision to finance the values or troughs of assets with long-term debt and equity but will have to seek short-term financing for all peak demand fluctuations for current assets as well as for in-between demand situations. This policy is considered the most conservative but the least convenient because it involves seeking some level of short-term financing almost of the time. compromise financing policy. This involves a firm financing the seasonally adjusted average level of asset demand with long-term debt and equity. It uses both short-term financing and short-term investing as needed. With this compromise approach, the firm borrows in the short term to cover peak financing needs, but it maintains a cash reserve in the form of marketable securities during a slow period. As current assets build up, the firm draws down this reserve before doing any short-term borrowing. This allows for some run-up in current assets before the firm has to resort to short-term borrowing. Factors to be considered in choosing the appropriate financing policy. Maturity hedging, matching the maturities of assets and liabilities. Cash reserves, surplus cash and marketable is held idle and therefore do not earn interest. Relative interest rates, short-term interest rates are usually lower than long-term rates. Availability and cost of alternative financing. Firms with easy and sustained access to alternative sources will want to shift toward more restricted policy. Impact on future sales. Customers may be willing to pay higher prices for a quick delivery of service and more liberal credit terms implicit in flexible policy. And that's the end of our report. Thank you for watching. God bless.